Hello everyone, and welcome to this little video. It's the first one I've ever done, so please forgive the numerous errors there are bound to be, but I just thought I'd put a little thing together because I've been thinking recently about sort of analogue hobbies and slow stream pursuits, and one of those has been resurrecting my letter writing. And I wanted to do that with a nice pen rather than a scratchy sort of biro. So the reason for this video today is that my son brought home an amazing find this week from a local charity shop, and it's this beautiful Parker pen. So I understand that a lot of people watching this will be very familiar with this pen, but I had to look it up, and it's a Parker 51. Custom. And this week I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about these pens, and I've now learned the fascinating history behind them, so I feel really wowed by this pen that my son saw and knew that I would love. It's boxed, as you can see, and the fantastic thing about it is that it has this Parker receipt still in it, and the pen was sold in Nottingham in December of 1970, so that helps me age it a little bit, but that's another reason for this video, to ask anyone out there who knows more about these than I do to maybe help me date it. I think I'm right in that there were 3 major generations of this pen in production from I think the early 40s till maybe the mid 70s. And if we have a look at this pen, I think I'm right in thinking this is a mid to late 60s one, because there's a few clues such as this narrow ring. Do they call it the clutch ring? I think this is late 60s, and I don't think you'll be able to see it, but it's marked somewhere here with the numbers 51 etched in there, which I think they only put on from the mid-60s. But then I also found that other sources said that the end of the later generation would be flat, and this one is still rounded. We don't think this pen has ever been used because there are chalk marks on it. I've never seen chalk marks before, but it says, or it did say custom on there, and I presume the M for a medium nib. I don't know about this bit, so if any of you do, I'd love a comment about what this might mean, but I think I read somewhere that it just helped the pen sellers with the identification on it, because it wouldn't have had any other code. If we look at the inside of the pen, it can't have been used, because look, this is pristine. It's the aerometric, and if we squeeze it, it fills up like that, so I'll have a go in a minute. And the filler says Parker 51, to fill, press, what does it say, the ribbed bar firmly 4 times, holding the pen point down, and wipe with a soft tissue. So I have got some ink and we'll have a go in a minute. But I think this pen can never have been used. If we have a look at the cap, there are different, I was reading that there are different lengths of this Parker arrow over the different generations, and I would say that's the longer clip, but I don't really know. And I think it says Parker, and there's the Parker, oh no, I think that's a little gold fill symbol there, made in England, and the Parker halo logo there. So I've been desperate to try this out, and I haven't really rushed to get lots of pen and ink with this new hobby of mine. I was thinking of just going slow and maybe going down to London and trying some things, you know, trying them before I rush into things. But I have gone and bought an ink because this Parker does need needs some ink, so we're going to go for it with this Jacques Urbain ink Rule d'Encre. Sorry, France. But it's a beautiful ink, and everything I've read about them is these inks are highly rated, they're as old as the hills, and should be gentle with no shimmer, should be good for a vintage pen. So I think it's the moment of truth, and we'll just have a little go. Beautiful colour. Just going to get the soft tissue prescribed and we'll have a try. I mean, that's pristine. Nobody's ever used that, surely. Nothing on there. Anyway, going to see. Oh, squelch. It is coming. Ooh. Listen to that, isn't that lovely? Let's pop it in. Don't spill all the ink. And then just have some writing paper here. And I think it's only fair to write to my son with the pen as the first thing it does. So let's have a little go. I think the date is... It's doing it. 1st of June 24. Home. Dear son, etc., etc. Well, it's working. What do you think of that? An at least 53-year-old pen. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the nib. Well, I told you I'm brand new to this hobby, so it looks such a lovely nib, and I think I might quite like the way you hold it, because it's a little bit like the ball points I'm maybe used to. So I'm just going to have fun with this and see how I get on. But any advice you can give me over the pen, the age it is, and any enthusiasts out there that can enlighten me a little bit, I'd really appreciate it. And thanks for your time having a little look at this. Thanks everyone. Bye.